Hi everyone. Today we will learn about correlation analysis in biostatistics, the relationship between continuous variables. Our learning objectives are understand the concept of correlation, differentiate between the positive, negative and no correlation, learn how to compute Pearson correlation coefficient in SPSS, apply correlation analysis to real world health data set, understand the assumptions and interpretations. What is correlation? A statistical measure that expresses the extent to which two variables are linearly related values from -1 to +1. The +1 perfect positive correlation, 0 means no correlation, and -1 perfect negative correlation. There are two types of correlation: Pearson correlation, used when both variables are continuous and normally distributed, and Spearman's row correlation, used for the ordinal data or when normality is not assumed. The correlation analysis measures of the relationship between two continuous variables and measurement of the degree of relationship between two variables. Here the formula of R or correlation coefficient and the direction show the R is positive, similar relationship, R is negative, inverse relationship, and degree show the R is close to 1, strong relationship, R is close to 0.5, moderate relationship, and R is close to 0, weak relationship. Range of coefficient of correlation: 0.0 plus minus 0.2 little correlation, plus minus 0.2 to plus minus zero point 0.4 weak correlation, plus minus 0.4 to plus minus 0.7 correlated, and plus minus 0.7 to plus minus 0.9 strong correlation, and plus minus 0.9 to plus minus 1 very strong correlation. Types of relationship we check with the scatter plot, linearity, and scatter plot is a graphical representation of bivariate data describe type of relationship between the variables. The bivariate data consists of paired observation taken from the two continuous variables. Here scatter plots show the perfect positive correlation in first graph r is equal to 1 and highly positive correlation r is equal to zero point 0.8 and low positive correlation r is equal to zero point 0.3 and no correlation r is equal to 0 and low negative correlation r is equal to minus 0.3 and highly negative correlation r is equal to minus 0.8 and perfect negative correlation r is equal to minus 1. Assumption of Pearson correlation: both variables are continuous. The second assumption is linear relationship between the variables, checked by scatter plot. Bivariate normality, both variables should be approximately normally distributed, no significant outliers, and independence of observations. The fifth one is independence of observations. Here we consider an example for correlation analysis. Assume that we want to look at the relationship between the two variables, height and self-esteem of the medical students. Perhaps we have a hypothesis that how tall you are affects your self-esteem. We collect some information on 20 male students Height is measured in inches. Self esteem is measured based on the 1 to 5 rating 4 items scale. The hypothesis test for the correlation analysis. The test is performed to check the significance association between the two variables with the hypothesis. In our example, height and self esteem, we have two variables, continuous variables. The null hypothesis is there is no relationship between the height and self esteem, and the alternative hypothesis is there is a linear relationship between the height and self esteem. And here we use test statistics Z test. For these examples to solve, we first open our SPSS software, and in variable view we create our variables. The first variable is serial number, second is heights of students, and third is the self esteem of students. In data view we enter the 1 to 20 in observation number in serial number and heights and self esteem of 20 students. Okay, in SPSS we go to analyze and correlation and bivariate, and move bivariate correlation window, height and self esteem both variables in variables side, and press the button OK. Here we have the output viewer. Output viewer show the output of the correlation analysis. This window show the height of a person or students. Pearson correlation coefficient R is equal to 0.731, and significant value is less than 0.001, which is 0.000, uh, which means the test is statistically significant, or correlation between the two variable is statistically significant, and sign is positive, which means the direction is uh, positive direction. Please subscribe and like our channel and press bell icon for more videos.